Greetings, this is Sloshworks. Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. We need to find a key to get back into the stockroom from their place. So, see what this guy can tell us about Magpie. The Wampoan snorts, shrugging his shoulders. She was a bitch, that I've never met anyone as deliberately contrary as she is. That's not much to say. Nobody wanted to hang out with Magpie. Even though she was the newest elder, she acted high and mighty around everybody. She'd block deals and argue against Nakamura and Nig, just because she could. Why was she contrary? It was just her nature. She loved fights and gossip. Any chance to cut somebody else down, she'd take it. I guess I always figured she had some deep-seated insecurities and covered it up by attacking other people. Well, that was absolutely riveting. I'm so glad we had this discussion. We could talk to this guy. Maybe he's going to have some more information for us. Tell me more about Magpie. Some of Magpie's gear is missing. Who'd have an interest in it? That depends. What's missing? A lot of chips. And software too. There are some fully built dicks. That's Freudians. There are some fully built decks that are still there. Doesn't feel right to me. A Wampoan wouldn't root through her things. That's not our way. Any kind of theft like that is taken very seriously, and nobody who knows how to move chips is hurting for money. Even if they were, the risk is too high. We're a small community. Someone would notice. Outsider. Can you think of anyone who fits that description? Any outsiders? Than you know. People do come and go from here every day, but nobody stays. They're only here for business. If whoever stole the stuff is here, they're in hiding. Come to think of it, Magpie did have a stockroom hidden in the basement of some restaurant around here. She was awful cagey about it, though, and I never saw a key. Maybe the key is down there. Hey, I want the key. How am I going to get this key? I can't see anybody out here we can talk to. We can talk to this guy. I want to talk to this one too. Who are you? Demago. This man has a tired, world-weary demeanour about him. His eyes track your movements with a penetrating critical precision. Something about him, the lines about his eyes perhaps, makes you suspect he's seen a lot of terrible things happen. He lifts his cup of cheap soy calf as you approach. Let me guess, you're the freelancers the elders are paying to look into the murders. That's right, who are you? Call me Demago. I'm not one of the Wampoans, but I've been here long enough that they don't think twice about me being here. So what have you found so far? Yeah, you're pretty curious for some dude. Professional curiosity. I used to be with the New York Police Department as part of the Thaumaturgic Research Division. Part of the CSI branch, except I did the magical investigation while the other guys pulled prints and checked blood samples. When I hear about shit like this happening, I keep my ear to the ground. Old habits, you know. Sounds like you're more cut out for this job than I am. Elder Nook asked me to look into the killings after the first one. She couldn't afford my fee though, so I took a pass. It's not just the money either. He shudders, folding his arms across his chest. You see that stuff? Day after day you pay a price. It eats away at you. Makes your eyes purple. You know what it's like to feel all that sickness and anger every day. To be asked to pick up a murder weapon and relive somebody's death. Feel it going into your neck, pleading in the voice of a dead woman for her killer to spare you. These days I'd rather interrogate the living, thanks. That sounds pretty bad. It's more than that. A goddamn nightmare is what it is. One I couldn't wake up from for a long time. Sometimes you have to cut and run, start fresh. At least now I can pick my own jobs. I can read objects. It's called psychometry. Psychometry? I guess that's the best way to say that word. A little trick I managed to pick up. Don't really know how. I hold something, I can tell you what happened to it, who owned it, how it killed someone, if someone loved it or was afraid of it. Useful, but it'll tax your heart. Before you ask me, no, I'm not going to read anything you find. I already told Nook I didn't want any part of this. You want advice, I'll give you that. But I'm not getting drawn in any further than that. Tong wasn't afraid when he died. He was caught by surprise. That's not what I would have expected. With the amount of mess at each scene, the victims should have left behind a hell of a lot of fear and pain. Are you sure? Very sure. Tong died tonight, so the astral signature hadn't had time to fade. There was only a sense of perfunctory accomplishment. And it sounds like this wasn't a crime of passion. A planned attack would have that kind of resonance. In my experience, it's possible the gore show is to throw off anyone looking for the actual reason. Yeah, if I wanted to kill someone and get away with it, I'd try and point the finger at some kind of monster. Basic Investigation 101, it's usually the simplest explanation, but don't discount other possibilities. So you think the mess wasn't an accident? It's a possibility. Ask yourself this, if the mutilation happened after Tong's death, why would a killer perform that kind of ritual? Well, he asked Jack the Ripper. Serial killers who engage in that kind of ritual don't feel perfunctory about it, in my experience. It tends to feel more like they're taking communion. it's a religious or sexual feeling most of the time. If you feel that way, I don't think the killer is actually pathological. So what do you know? They started a couple of weeks ago. Gown was the first to go, was ripped apart. Arms were wrenched out of their sockets. Skin flayed away with a razor-sharp knife. The rest have been the same. Whoever did it sure didn't care about it being a clean death. The funny thing is, the Hong Kong police force was out here a few weeks before that, maybe a month ago tops. I know that doesn't seem like much, but the Wampoans don't usually let the police in here. That by itself is odd enough, but it gets even stranger. Officers were loaded for bear too, big guns and heavy armour with NBC seals, the works. They went into the parking garage near here, and there was some kind of gunfight. Never made it back out. Backup showed up, the Wampoans chased them away. Why would they let cops in and chase them away? That's exactly the kind of questions you should be asking. So we have an objective optional, which is investigate the garage, and we need to find out what the gangers are saying. And the elders refused to answer them when I asked. Go look, take a look for yourself if you want. Watch out though. A gang's taken up residence in there, dealing drugs and BTLs. They call themselves the Red Spear. Not too violent if you don't push them, but be careful what you say. What do you know about the Wampoans? I don't know much, even though I've been here almost 2 years. I'm an outsider. They don't really accept anyone who's not as much of a tech nut as they are. Just a crazy mage that lives down the road. Ip's got some heavy-duty cyberware, basically an enforcer for the rest of the council. Niggas are shaman, I know that. As for everyone else, they tend to be an okay bunch. Bit strange, but that's fringe culture for you. Stuff's pretty high quality too. People from all over Asia come to shop here if they need something rare or unusual. Tight-knit little community, all things considered. So where's this garage? Huh? Where is it? I guess that's it there. Should we talk to this guy first? I want to go check out the garage. I want to see what's in there first. I'm excited about it. Alright, I could talk to them. Okay, so that's a gang. I guess we can't go that way because there's some trash that we can't walk over. Interesting way to hurt us this way, but it's fine. That's far enough, guy. Yeah, I assumed this was going to happen. The woman hefts her weapon, tossing a nod. Tossing a nod towards the gangers behind her. How do you toss a nod? How the hell do you toss a nod? It's confusing. This lot's our turf. If you're looking for a fix, you're welcome to trade. If you're not here for business, clear the hell out. You try and wander around on turf, we're gonna have to air you out. So what do you say? You're looking for a little pick-me-up, a little nitro to give you some pep. Maybe you want some chips. Take that edge off. You want it? I got it. Can I look around this garage? Man, are you deaf? The hell did I tell you? No, you goddamn well can't wander around our turf. The gang shanks her head, mumbling something about ears for no memory. I kind of wish that we had this here, so I'll just say never mind. Some of these BTLs look like... Oh, I don't know. Let's see what we've got first. Okay, so... I don't want to spend any money. What happened in the fight here? As far as I know, some police showed up looking for somebody. They got in here. All of them got killed. Whoever they were after was long gone by the time we showed up. There used to be a lot of Wampoans living here. They all cleared out, muttering about ghosts and shit like that. Have you heard anything else about these murders? Nothing much. Objective, get a key for the storm drains. That's what we got. Got a key. Okay. Okay. I've got a guy named Kang. He was down the storm drain system last week. Something was moving down there, big too, man-sized, but it wasn't speaking any language Kang understood. Kid beat feet back here as fast as he could. Damas dropped his storm drain key on the way out, though. You want to go looking for whatever it was, you'll have to get a new key from somebody else. Oh, we need to get it, okay. So who might have a key to the storm drains? There's a guy named Port Lamb. I know him. You would also mention some elf woman with the crazy coloured hair who managed to scam a key. Said she hunted paracritters down there, devil rats and shit. Should we take the chance and do this one? Some of these BTLs you're selling look a lot like they came from Tong's shop. Yeah, so what? Why do you care? So if you stole these from Tongs, maybe you saw something I could use in my investigation. That's not actually telling them that I'm going to do anything. It's trying to find more information. I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm great. Yeah. It's like this broken thumb UN was walking down the street and sees this guy going to Tong's joint right at closing time. Tall guy, hunched over, had this shitty grey rain poncho draped over him. Now UN figured that was weird as hell, so he posts up and waits. He figures the guy will come out soon because Tong's closing up shop. Nothing for 15 whole minutes. Guy comes out, hustles down the street with nothing saying boo. With nobody saying boo. I figure he was waiting for an ebb in the crowds. Yuen sees some blood smeared on the door though, so he goes to check it out. Inside, total carnage. But you know what? Tong's not going to be using his gear anymore, so to hell with it. Yuen jacks the lot. Business is business. You're damn right it is. I kind of agree with these guys. You gotta take your chances where you get them. That's all I know. The guy had to be the killer. Tall, grey, rain poncho, hunched over, also smart about how he came and went. Now can I look around the garage? No, I didn't think so. See you later. So we need to go get a key. I mean, we could attack them. I don't think it's a good idea though, because there's quite a few of them and we're not necessarily in any way skilled. Let's go talk to Kita. This dumpy looking man is busily hawking a variety of grilled spherical treats of various sizes. Some are sold individually, some are skewered on sticks, and some are packaged up in sets of 4 or 6. The sign on the front of the card reads Kita's 1 yen yatai. A cacophony of small trid screens are attached to the card, each playing a different trid show. Interest you in some dango? Takoyaki? I love that stuff. Maybe a nice nikuman. That's a pork bun with a Japanese twist. Any kind of Japanese treat you can imagine, I got it. Maybe some curry fish balls at your speed. I want curry now. Yeah, give me some dango. Your wish is my command. He definitely pulls one of the dango sticks out of the cart and drops it on the grill. A small robotic arm slides out from the cart, begins turning the stick until the balls of rice flour are toasted brown in colour. Lifting them from the grill, Kita dips the entire stick in a tub of sticky brown sauce before handing it to you. Oh, wow, that sounds delicious. It's a both sweet and salty flavour reminiscent of sesame seeds and soy. The balls inside are pleasantly warm and surprisingly chewy. That's what she said. A bit like eating raw dough, but without the attendant chalky taste. So it brings you to Wampoa Garden, friend. I'm looking into the killing of the eldest. Let's just tell everyone exactly what I'm doing. I like it. Let's just be bluntly honest. I've been hearing a lot about that. I haven't looked too closely though. It's none of my business. What are your thoughts? Yeah, ignore them. I saw the crowd down at Tong's Sensory Carnival earlier tonight, but I didn't know the guy very well. I'm a Trid fan, but he liked The Sims. Not a lot of crossover between us. With all the Trid screens. If you like them, I love Trid operas, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Indonesian, it doesn't matter. The way I can watch all of my favourite shows without missing a beat, and I can work at the same time. I wonder if he would like Baby Metal. They're a hell of a band. Pirated Trid is my other business. I rip the streams in the Matrix tape right into the corporate feeds and resell them on chip out here. I wish I could pay the bills, but my food card's a lot better than that. I don't know why, but most of the other Wampoans seem to like Sim over Trid. I don't know what they're missing though. One episode of 1,000 Cranes of Autumn and they'd be hooked for life. I'm just at the part where Orin just confessed her love to Takayama, but he's got to get his mech suit out to the front lines on Mars so he can't be with her. Downright heartbreaking. What a show. You have no idea. 312 episodes chronicling a noble mech pilot and the tumultuous love affair he has with the space station governor's daughter. The pathos, the majesty. The Battle of Lagrange one spans 5 episodes just by itself. For some reason, I guess it just didn't resonate with the wider public. I don't know why. Who doesn't want to see a Trid show about giant flying robots, love, betrayal, and spies? I mean, that does actually sound like a pretty good show. Tell me about the people. We're tech heads. Riggers, deckers, Trid pirates, and everything in between. If I had to define this place, I'd say it's Asia's mecca for people like us. As for the elders, I can give you the basics. I'm a small fry, so we're not exactly on social terms. Okay, so we know that she's the tech witch. Ib's a killer addicted to cybernetic implants. He always has to have the newest and freshest gear. The funny thing is, I've never seen him fight. I kind of get the impression he's a coward. He'd rather let one of his buddies handle a problem. I'm kind of getting the impression that it might be him. Okay, so we've talked to you. Now we need to get a key from our good friend over here. Palmer. What's his face? Porter Lamb. Lamb Porterhouse. Steak. I want a key to storm it. Following up a lead on the killer. Excellent, we have a key. Now, where do we go for... there we go. It's Drain over here. I wonder if we're going to get some combat now. There's been a few episodes without really any combat, so I'd be really intrigued to actually get some. Interesting. I'm a little bit concerned that we might die, though. Let's have a look at our team. I'm just trying to remember what we've actually got. We've got Isabel, Duncan, and Gobbert. Gobbert is still one of the best names I've ever heard for somebody. So there's a storm drain up there. How do we get up there? I guess we go up this way. I think if I click this... What if I stop? I think if I stop... Everyone stop. No. There should be a button, apparently, to start combat. Let's see if there's anything in here. There's As around the corner you hear voices speaking just loudly enough for you to make out coherent sentences. The speakers are definitely not local. They speak with a slightly Slavic accent. Their clothing is heavily armoured. Around them are a number of crates and boxes, all mostly filled. It looks like the group is packing up. Okay, are they going to kill me? Yaroslav says the boat will be ready tomorrow morning. He's got everything arranged with the port authority. We move the goods to his warehouse. He'll handle loading them onto the ship, and we get paid right then and there. I'll be glad to be done with this filthy place. I will too. I hate having to hide in these damn drains. It stinks down here. I can hear the devil rats running down the walkways. It's a mess. It's disgraceful. We shouldn't have to put up with this bullshit. And Alexander still isn't back from his little trip. We have to leave him behind if he doesn't get back soon. I know, is it just zooming in and out? I know, Galena. Until Audrey says we're in the clear from the triads, we can't be seen with the goods on the street. They find us, we go back to Vladivostok in sausage casings. Those Red Dragon Mudaki don't screw around when it comes to protecting their turf. Who knows? Maybe Alexander was stupid and they caught him. Either way, we'll have to lug this crap through the drains for a few clicks. Several boxes near the women bear a distinctive label, a magpie in flight. How interesting. The same emblem Ursula stamps on Magpie's equipment in her shop. The orc woman sniffs the air suspiciously and her eyes dart towards the dark tunnel you stand in. Before you have a chance to get out of sight, she locks eyes with you. The orc lifts her chin as she regards you, cracking her knuckles. What do we have here? A curious little pest. Come looking for things that don't concern him. What do we do with pests, Galena? Because it feels like the goblins in The Hobbit. We break them, Vasilisa. And then we hammer a spike through each of their throats so anyone who sees their bodies know not to meddle in our affairs. I suggest you stay where you are, pest. I'm not here to meddle in anything, I'm just looking for a serial killer. Well, you've found some, friend, us. You think you can just walk out of here after finding us? Think again. I don't have any of these things. Try it, I'll feed your face to your friend over there. Oh, I wish I could have said that. Hope and goodwill. You're an idiot, kill him. Excellent. Now, there's a lot of people here. Was there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them? I mean, I'm really glad that missed, but I don't see how we're gonna do so well in this combat. So now we've got some proximity grenades. Now, the other thing we need to remember is that she's got a grenade launcher. So if I move her to here and I attack him, I mean, that just did pretty decent damage to all of them. Now, Duncan's got some new stuff. He's got full auto fire, he's got the firepower, and that's one we got. I'm going to move him to here. I know he's not in any cover right now, and I feel kind of bad about it, but I feel that if we don't get this started as quickly as we can... 58%, oh, come on. Oh, that's not good. Now, Gobbet, what is Gobbet again? Oh, she's this, okay, okay, I'm going to put that haste on Duncan. Probably not the best idea, but that'll get him into cover. And let's see what's going to happen now. Oh no, what have I've made a terrible decision, but she's going to die. I've made a terrible... No, he's going to attack me. He's going to throw a grenade. Oh, that's pretty bad. Oh, yeah, no, we're not in the best position. Ooh. Now, she's wounded 10, so if I get her to come up here and heal her for that 10, just so it's done. Now, I kind of wish that she had her action points, but we can go for this one with her grenade launcher, and that will hit all. And we killed that one. I was really hoping that's exactly what would happen. Okay, so I'm going to spray and pay. Oh man, my aim is absolutely terrible. I really wish that I had a drone, but we just don't have it yet. Okay, we can go full. We can go burst fire on this guy. Should probably get him down, and then we can go aim shot this guy who's already hurt, Okie dokie. And then they're just going to own us a little bit. There's not... Oh, you just threw that on your friend? Ha! You threw a grenade on your friend. How does it feel? Ooh, that's not good. That only hit him for one? Whatever. That's lies. Okay, so if she still can't cast haste. Duncan still has extra attacks, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get him to do just a normal attack on this one. Another one. Okay, that one's down. Going to go to her. She does... Oh, she's going to have to reload. It's going to take... That's going to actually be a thing, isn't it? I hadn't even considered that, so... Okay, that's actually pretty good. She did some decent damage there. Now, he's really hurt. I'm just gonna throw that and see what happens. Oh man, that's a bit rough. Shoot that guy. Oh no, we missed. Alright, okay. We've got Poison Fog, which we could cast on this person here. Let's see what it does. That should damage them and they should be stuck in it, so they should die. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. I just got an achievement unlock called Wait For It. What does that mean? Kill an enemy with damage over time. Excellent. We did use one of our trauma kits, but that's okay. 54%, come on. Oh, 5 to 8. Are you serious? That's it. 80%, come on. Another one. 80%, come on. Okay, let's just get here into some cover. That's a good idea. Our good friend Duncan here. Actually, we could probably... Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go up here and we're going to... I think I'm just going for a normal shot on this guy because we should get him. And then we've got 44% on that guy. I didn't think we were going to get that actually. So let's get her into some cover up here. And then we're all in relatively good spot. So we're just going to give Duncan some aim. It's only plus 8%, but I think it'll make a bit of a difference. I was kind of hoping he'd run into the... Oh, don't shoot me. I'm going to reload and spray and pay. Yes, die. Oh man, I'm useless. She can reload though. It's so nice to actually have some combat. Grenades. And Duncan, I think Duncan's going to be the one that does this for us. Full auto fire. 66%. Holy crap, how many attacks does that do? Okay, so it's 64%, come on. Oh, come on. Oh my god, he ran into the poison. He's a dickhead. Why did he do that? That was retarded. That was just retarded. Why did he do that? Alright, a small PDA sits on the table. He just ran into the poison trying to get away and he just died. He's going to get another round. He could have killed one of us. A small PDA sits on the table, the dull glow of the screen illuminating the surface around it. It does not appear to be locked. Check the recent email. Nadia. OS 3.11. Email client. Get ready to move. Vesalita. We've got a window for the shipment. We're going to have to get to the harbour in the next few hours. Tell Galena and the others to pack up everything you've got and get ready to haul it through the storm drains toward the meeting spot. We can't afford to miss this opportunity. So that's that one. So get ready to move is, hey Yaroslav. Alexander's still not back from his scouting trip yet. He said he found a stockroom behind Mrs. Yang's Jade Mountain restaurant. There's also a bunch of keycards for it. It belonged to some woman named Magpie. He's out through it now. We can't just leave him behind. Can't you delay this handoff for a few more hours? Oh, we just got a key. We just got a key. Excellent. Can't delay. No, Vasilisa, I can't delay the handoff. The ship will leave when it leaves. If Alexander's not back in time to make it, it's his own damn fault. Now get crew in high gear. Okay, so we managed to be quite lucky then, I think. I do feel that we should probably explore everything else, so let's look at the storm drain. What's it going to say? Despite the darkness, you see something glitter at the edge of the drain. Looking closer, it appears to be a necklace chain of some sort. It's become caught in the drain's gate, narrowly avoiding falling down the deep pit. Take the necklace. What is it? Silver necklace. Lifting the necklace out of the drain, you turn it over in your hand. It's a simple pendant on a chain. The silver pendant depicts a long-tailed bird in flight, a magpie. I wonder what that necklace is, though. That necklace... Oh, body part. What are the body parts here? The disgusting pile of stinky human remains smells strongly of blood and the first stages of decay. The arms, legs and organs here are heaped together like stacked firewood, leaking blood and gore across the floor. The parts contained therein appear to have been sliced away from the parent body rather than torn or bitten. Judging by the clean edges on the cuts, the blade used to sever those parts was extremely sharp. This is a whole world of messed up slosh. You think the killer stashed these here? They're stacked. They've been organised. Okay, so this is our killer, alright. Looking closely at the pile, one part stands out. It's a severed forearm and it's covered in tattoos. Words in a Slavic language and a shining lighthouse adorn the forearm, and a ring-like images are inked onto each finger. Back of the hand there's a skull inside a square. For own, this arm isn't likely to be Wampoan, as the tattoos look like they were poorly drawn and inked by hand rather than a machine, most likely Russian criminal tattoos. I used to read a magazine called Bazaar Magazine, and they did an article on Russian prison tattoos. It was absolutely fascinating. So I guess we know that... Okie dokie. You gobbit. You're weird. You run all over the place. Apparently that's everything down here, but that's kind of interesting. I'm really hoping to, like I said, get that biotech level. Have we got any more yet? No, we still haven't got any karma. We do have the key. Wait a minute. We do get the key to Magpies' shop. We have the key to our stockroom too. I'm so confused. Why didn't we get that optional quest? Because we did get the key to our shop. Maybe we needed to get it from that other guy. Let's have a look, see what's in here. Food. Despite the table's crude construction, an artfully laid meal awaits the owner. Several small dishes are filled with pickled vegetables. I love pickled vegetables. I love them. While a larger plate is arranged with long slices of raw meat. The meat is a pale pinkish white like raw pork and is covered in light soy marinade. Poking at the raw meat, you discover that it's surprisingly tender. What's more is the faint aroma of marinade. Eat it. Given the fact that we started this game with a sick stomach, we were throwing up, I want to eat the raw meat. The flesh is a little tougher than you would expect, but surprisingly flavourful. There's no bitterness or gristle to it. In a few moments you finish the small piece and it leaves only the barest hint of an aftertaste in your mouth. Alright, Slush, I know I love food, but you take it to a whole new level. She watches you eat, her mouth slowly falling open. I mean, we walked to a basement stockroom, which is obviously inhabited by somebody. What's the first thing you do? Steal their dinner. That's just cold. It was funny. Mementos. This box is packed with odds and ends. Now the overflows with a collection of knickknacks, souvenirs, and assorted personal effects. There is no rhyme or reason to the collection of items. They appear to be thrown in haphazardly. Among the contents are charms from various temples, a wooden mask, and a paper fan. The wooden mask is extremely light. It's been painted a pale white, and the surface is almost smooth as porcelain. Delicate features and lifted eyebrows are matched with bright red lips and delicately carved teeth. The teeth have been stained a deep black. Interesting. Charms are square cloth packets, each approximately 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. They come in a variety of bright colours and are embroidered with characters for prosperity, peace, wealth and protection. Inside each appears to be a folded paper prayer or fortune written in Japanese. What about the fan? Unfolding the fan, you tilt it up towards the light to examine it. The image depicts an East Asian city from the 19th century or earlier. Curved roofs at sunset beside a deep blue river. How wonderful. 2 ships sail down the river, which is in turn spanned by a long wooden bridge. The foreground labourers carry buckets along the shore as a man on horseback rides in the opposite direction. In the distance, a pair of large red buildings dominate the city skyline. 1 large temple hall and a 5-tiered pagoda. As you step away from the box, you hear a slight click in the distance, the sound of a door's latch shutting. You're no longer alone in the stockroom. Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armour and bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is an ashen grey, his eyes dead white, his teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man, this is a ghoul. The ghoul's blind eyes search back and forth as it regards you. It cannot see you, but you have a sense that it knows exactly where you are at all times. Ah, a hired gun. No doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampoan elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to kill me? don't seem interested in eating me. Yes, I'm not only talking, I am reasoning as well. And since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am a curiosity to you. He bares his teeth. You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. As for who, you may call me Gaichu. I know who you are. You're the one killing the Wampoan elders. You are correct. I have killed all the Wampoan elders to date. The only elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the other elders, but it was necessary. What does Gaichu mean? Harmful insect. It's the name I have taken for myself since the word is usually applied to pests and mosquitoes. The first character means injury or evil influence, and the second means insect or worm. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Wampoan Garden is an excellent place to hide. No police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, Emperor Nook discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Nook and the other elders were having problems with one of their number. Elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plans hostage. I knew this. I knew they would do this. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were too useful. She offered me payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted. Wu shoots you a sidelong glance, tusks bared as he grits his jaw. Why the hell are we talking to this thing, Slosh? It's a goddamn ghoul and you know what they're like. Really? What, pray tell, am I like? All teeth and claws and bad manners, I expect? His tone is amused, despite the harshness of his rasping voice. Really? You want to crack jokes, you cannibal? He takes an involuntary step forward, raising his rifle. You're the kind of monster that devour a family just because it's convenient. Remember the 162 Slosh? He's just like them. The 162s were a gang, Wu, in the Barrens. Like, that makes a lot of difference. Go on then, talk to the monster, but I'm keeping my finger on the goddamn trigger. I believe that we were speaking of the Elder's plans to have me kill Magpie. Surely you must be a little curious about that. You didn't clamp all of her blood. I found some in a drain. Ah, unfortunate. I had thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then I cut her up into more portable pieces. These were placed in a plastic tarp, which I took to the storm drains and hid. He nonchalantly waves his hand, his tone flat and unconcerned. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends on consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would have been a foolish error. Why kill the other elders then? I contacted the elders. Not in person, of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Nug would be a woman of her word. Baring his teeth, Gaichu hisses his next words across clenched teeth. I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They'd cleared out the other Wampoans under some pretense, though I'm not quite sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armoured than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature. We heard about that fight. You expect me to believe you took on a police squad and won? Of course, I have survived as a ghoul for some years now on the streets of Hong Kong. If that isn't evidence enough of my tenacity, I doubt any words I could say to you will change your mind. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal, and I am so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I'd hoped to build a network of contacts so that I would be able to continue finding work, but with that treachery my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster that they feared. One by one I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt, yet they did not. Instead they contacted you. They did asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you, what now? What will you do? Will you attempt to finish what the Wampoan started, or will you treat me with the same humanity I have shown you? I'll ask you some questions. Why would the elders have you killed instead of paying you? Any number of reasons. They are notorious cheapskates, and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination toward profit. They may regard me as subhuman and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to be allowed to live. It could even be that they simply did not like me. The net result is the same. However, they reneged on a deal, we broke it, and attempted to have me killed. I mean, a message must be sent and blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they have obviously not learnt their lesson. Did you eat them? Some of them, not all. My condition requires that I consume raw metahuman flesh. I do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Consequently, there is vastly more supply than demand. If I let you live, what will you do? kill the rest of the elders and anyone else they send to exterminate me is a matter of survival. Should I ever have the opportunity to work freelance again, potential employers need to understand the price of betrayal. These murderers are my curriculum vitae in revenge. It's your resume. Okay. Okay. I ate his dinner. Come work with me. Curious offer. But what of the elders? Will you allow me the satisfaction of killing them? I want to see what they have to say first. I would counsel you not to believe their words, but you have the sound of one who's wary as a matter of course. Very well. Let us wait until a bit later in the night. Most pedestrians will be off the street. It will be easier for us to approach the Wampoa without being noticed. Sounds like a good plan. Well, I know this episode's gone a little bit over, but there was no way I could leave it on a cliffhanger like that. Not for me, not for you. But I had to see what was going on. We are about to go confront the Wampoan elders and see what happens with that. But this seems like the most appropriate place to end the episode. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Any hints or suggestions or questions or whatsoever, please do leave them down below in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you guys next time.